On page 19, number 1 is going to be, thank you, on page 21. What is a valency electron? Now this is 2 different pages. Valency electron is going to be page 20. Y is page 21. Piver. What is reactivity? We're not going to answer that one. What determines an element's reactivity? What makes an element more or less reactive? That's also on page 21. Piver. The more valency electrons, the more reactivity. The more or less reactive. If they have 1 or 7, highly reactive. If they're 8, they're stable. What is the role of valency electrons and how do they relate to the periodic table will be answered after the test. What is a chemical bond? Is irrelevant right now. What kind of electron is free to participate in chemical bonding? That's just valency electrons. I'm giving you the answer for number 7. That's page 19. So on Thursday, 1, 2, 4, and 7 are the only ones that need to be answered. And then turn to page 16. On page 16, don't worry about number 1. What is the location? That's on page 17. What is the overall charge of the nucleus of an atom? That's going to be on page 8, man. What page is that? 18. What is the charge of an electron cloud? Electron is your key word. That's also on page 17. How do you calculate the charge of an atom? Page 18. How does the mass of an electron compare to the mass of a proton and neutron? Page 17. How can you identify an element if you are given an atom model? That's page 18. And Piver, your protons, page 21. How do you calculate the mass of an atom? That's on page 18. So you guys go ahead and work on page 19. My class didn't get this, so while you're doing this, I'm going to record the notes for page 18. So on page 18, you're going to want to zoom in. No, just get closer. Get closer. No, but then I got to change the flippers so that way.
Oh my god, man.
Because I don't know how to do that on YouTube. Here. Charge. The charge of an atom is blank and the number of blank. The charge of an atom is blank and the number of blank. So inside your nucleus you have your protons and your neutrons. Which one's going to have the charge? Is it going to be what's the charge of a proton?
Positive.
A charge of a neutron is?
No charge.
No charge, so it's neutral. So what's the charge of a nucleus? It's going to be positive. So the charge of an atom is positive, and the number of protons, because they're the ones that are positive. So the charge of an atom is positive, and the number of protons. So what that means, for example, if we're using oxygen again, he's going to be +8 because he has 8 protons in his nucleus. And then to calculate your mass, you add the blank and blank inside the nucleus. What has more mass in an atom? The electron cloud or the nucleus?
The electron cloud. No, I mean nucleus.
The nucleus has most of the mass. So what 2 subatomic particles are inside your nucleus?
Protons.
Protons and neutrons. So to find the mass, you're going to add the protons and neutrons inside the nucleus, period. Questions? No? Good. The end.